Hello everyone, it's Diana Marchand from Raw Foods Made Simple. And what I want to talk to you today is about something that if you're a woman in your 40s, probably mid-40s or later or maybe even a little earlier, you might be going through some of these things, such as weight gain around the midsection. So usually that's a big sign that people, and when people go, oh, I need to do something about this. I know this happened to me. You also may be experiencing, like headaches, all of a sudden some food allergies, sensitivities, digestive issues, emotional up and downs that are go crazy. So things like this. So this is quite normal at this time. But, so if we know some of these things are kind of normal for us to go through, but we do not know what to do about them or how we can change them or how we can make ourselves feel better. So I've been through this. It took me a while to find the things that work, but that's what led me into more raw and whole foods. So now I've got everything under control, but I want to give you a short little message today, and then at the end I give you a couple of really great resources that are free that I've done that you can, that will really help you with this, and will give you a lot of great information and recipes. So first of all, the weight gain. This is something that can happen. This is something that if you want to change, you want to take control of, the best thing is to start fast. It does require some change in your diet. I'm not going to tell you you have to all of a sudden go run marathons, because that's not what it's all about. What you really need to do is to change your diet. It's not going to be a huge hard thing. It may take you a little while, but I'm going to give you some great tips. And like I said, I have some good resources for you. So what you need to know is that some of the things that you are used to eating, you may have to kind of let go or slide. Now I'm sure you've heard about wheat and gluten and how that can affect us. You might have heard of the book Wheat Belly. So I would suggest that's a really good resource for you, and it will really help you make the decision that you probably should let go of those things. Doesn't mean you have to give up certain things like that, because there are ways of making those types of breads or muffins or whatever with healthy ingredients that do not contain wheat or gluten. Tons of blogs online. Take a look. A lot of good information. But those grains too. Grains, and of course the fatty meats, and then dairy we're going to talk about. So if you've ever experienced acid reflux, I started to get that in my 40s, and maybe you are now too. That is a result. For me, it was a result of the grains, the heavy cooked food that I was eating, that I used to be able to eat, but now it just does not agree with me. Digestive problems also resulted from that. And once I let go of those foods, oh my God, I felt so much better. So you know you need to eat better, but we've also heard about raw foods, vegetables and all that. And yeah, it's great, because those things, of course we know they make a huge difference in our weight and how we feel, but they are also food to our body. When you're looking at pastas, breads, rices and things like that, yes, they have some nutrients in them. Well, actually the breads don't really have any, the white breads, but they also are a lot of filler. They're calorie dense, so you're getting all the calories but really not many nutrients. What your body needs, and as it's aging, is you really need more minerals. So you need to get the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants, the phytonutrients that raw fruits and vegetables, and even some lightly cooked, really give you. You need this more than ever. So you need to focus your diet on more of those things and less of the other things. You do not need to completely cut out everything at once. I want you to take it slow. What I want you to focus on is adding more of the good. I'm also going to do future videos on showing you some of the things that you should add to your diet and some of the things to take away and why. But right now we're just giving you overall tips. Now, when you're going to more whole foods or more raw foods, yes, organic is best, but if you're looking at some organic, maybe packaged products or canned food, what I really want you to do is read the labels, because some of them, of course, they're grown organic, but they are not packaged without preservatives. So when you consume preservatives, food dyes, anything like that, that is more like a toxin in your body, what happens is your body cannot assimilate or use that product. So what it does is it stores it into fat cells, so your body is not able to release the fat if it's continually needing those fat cells to store the junk you're putting into it, such as the toxins. So you really need to stop eating packaged foods. I want you to think about the diet foods. If you're eating any diet products or low-fat products or sugar-free products, read the labels. Those are full of chemicals. Get rid of those. You don't need them. All you need, eat the real stuff, drink the real stuff, just cut back on it. There's so many blogs and resources out there where they show you how to make your own smoothies and your own juices and all of that, and I'll even share some of those in future videos. But please get off the diet stuff, because it only does you harm, and it's only toxins going into your body. Therefore your body's going to grab on and hold on in the fat cells, and you're not going to release that fat. So really pay attention to all labels. And I'm even talking about any type of thing, even canned tomatoes. Hard to find canned tomatoes without anything preservatives in them. Citric acid is okay. But so we're going to help you with that. So you need to get in some more whole foods that contain all these wonderful vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals, because they're going to help balance, even balance your hormones that are now off the board, going all over the place. So you need to add more good. I want the focus to be on adding more good foods to your diet and less of the bad. Also, you can look up food combining, because this really was a big issue for me. Like meats, starches at one meal is not working. That will actually cause the bloating, the gas, the discomfort, the digestive issues. Your body requires 2 different enzymes to digest the starch and the protein, and can't do them at the same time. So look up food combining and start sticking to those rules. You'll notice a huge difference right there. Get rid of the fatty meats, of course. Think about dairy. Dairy is a really high allergen. You may not have had problems with dairy in the past, but you may be starting to get problems from it now and not even realize it. You do not need dairy to get calcium. I'll explain it. You can explain more in the free resources I have for you too. Also, the wheat and the gluten. Like I said, there's tons and tons of options out there. So I'm just wrapping this up real quick for you today, but you can change what's happening to you. I read in a book when I began going through this that women going through these changes in life gain a minimum of 12 pounds. Well, that was not going to happen to me. I thought there's no way. I found out what works. And this was a more higher raw whole food diet. I'm not saying you have to be all raw or even give up meat. I'm just saying you really need to add more good ingredients into your diet. The raw food preparation is also quite a bit different than what you may realize. So really check it out, and you will see how the foods are really good. And probably it's not just cut out fruit and vegetables. So you must realize that you need to make these changes if you want your body to change. I'm sure none of you out there want to gain 20 pounds in 5 years and not know what to do about it. So yes, we need to make changes if we want change in our life. It doesn't have to be hard. There's tons of resources out there. A couple I have for you are on rawfoodsmadesimple.com. It's a free recipe ebook for you with mostly all raw recipes, but you'll love them. Really good place to start, even some breakfast ideas. And then I have a resource on busywomensguidetohealth.com, and it's a 6-week course actually. So you got tons of information, nutritional, and lots of recipes. It's not raw. It is some raw and some cooked. So those are 2 great resources for you. Please check them out, because there is so much you can do. And there's lots and lots of information out there for you. So these are 2 that I hope will help. Thank you very much, and please feel free to contact me on either of those websites.